Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to all of our viewers out there
to Phoenix 76 Tech Talk. And today we have one heck of a broadcast for you.
I'm here with some good friends of mine
that are going to be sharing some valuable insights on how you can prepare for a career in technology.
We'll start with some intros and we'll ask that you tell us just a little bit about your journey.
That being said, maybe just to give a little bit of background, not too long, I studied computer engineering in college. But since then, I've really worked a lot of jobs, and many of them really started with customer service. Starting from, Kentucky Fried Chicken as a chicken boy to, Old Country Buffet as a busboy. And, eventually my path led me to technology, and I'm right here where I am today.
I got into the industry. I actually found myself doing data entry. That's how I got in. I had a friend who got me a job doing data entry in HR. And that's the wonderful thing that I love about being an HR systems person, because you don't have to start in technology. You can start around technology. You can be technology adjacent.
And my journey into technology began as a little girl, observing my father building a computer science department for Albany State University. And while watching him go to Georgia Tech and learn how to incorporate computer science using his mathematics background, I became excited in learning how to build new things and robots and computers. And so when I went to college after high school, I decided to go into engineering, and I ended up graduating with an electrical engineering degree from Auburn.
Early on in my career, I had an unfortunate situation where I was an intern, went for an interview. I had a pretty high GPA at the time, and the person on the other side, when I walked in, the lady looked at my resume, she looked at me, looked at my resume, she's like, "Oh, I think you have the wrong interview." But I didn't, and it actually went to another person in my class who looked very different from me, right, in terms of ethnicity and background. So I think there is a lot of bias that we sometimes face and a lot of challenges, but how I've sort of carved my way in hasn't deterred me or discouraged me. I think focus on education, focus on showing up.
I really fell in love with it because of the fact that I was coding with a professor that was able to teach the concepts in a way that I could understand. And it led me to realize that even though I wasn't super strong in mathematics, I could still do this because it was more about the logic and how I thought about the problem and solving the problem through this.
It doesn't. You have a choice. You can receive the $80,000 in student loans, or you can put that into time well served. I believe that I have a lot of respect for those who really check that career path, because it's something that I'm still pursuing as well. But on the same aspect, I didn't let it hold me back. I didn't let people shut doors on me that really said, you don't have a bachelor's degree or you don't have a master's. That really never occurred to me one time when I applied for a position or when positions were presented. I knew who I was. I knew my talent level. I knew my passion to do the work. And I'll be truthfully about everything that I've done is this. Most jobs I was asked for the next level. I didn't have to go pursue it. I was called or tapped on the shoulder and they said, "We'd like for you to come run this department or run this organization for us." So my work and education level spoke for itself.
There's so many self-study classes, right? Virtual classes that you can take. It really comes down to being a curious mind, right? And even when you go to college, you're really just saying that I have the ability to learn. There's so many people in the IT field that actually don't even have technical capabilities. It's really just proving that you have the ability to learn. And so what I would say is tap into that, being a curious learner. Go out there and do research. Take some of those virtual classes, learn the skills, and then figure out how you can apply them. Whether you have a degree or not.
As for me, the technology I'm working on, it's constantly changing. So you got to stay up to date with what's going on with the technology. And the way to do that is through labs. You got to break stuff, fix it, understand how certain things work. That'll be right.
And what you'll find that's a little bit different than your traditional software development is old school project management was let's hit a specific date. In this new world with data science, it's all about gathering the insights, gathering the data, making sure that it has quality, so then our data scientists can actually provide some analytics that's going to help our customers out.
flexibility. Are we open to change, right? In technology, things happen. There's no precedence. Are you flexible enough when there's no precedence, right? And I think the last one that I really offer is time management. Can you manage yourself? Remember, we work from home sometimes, we don't. Coming into the office, it's a hybrid workforce. How are you able to truly manage your own time? So Kim, I know I didn't go the traditional route, but I just thought that those would be some good nuggets for somebody starting out in their career to consider, other than, certifications and badges are great. We love those, but we are also looking for some of these other soft skills and how do those come through in your interview process?